Thanks for listening to my May 31st, 2026 recording. And I'm going to start off with some French language and history explorations, and then on to more current events related things.
On peut décrire une époque révolutionnaire comme une période où l'ordre politique et social établi est remis en cause de façon profonde, souvent par des soulèvements populaires et une refondation des institutions.
Okay, if you're anything like me, you've had trouble with classes and you kind of have ADHD or trouble paying attention. And that's kind of how I felt when I was taking French language in high school. I'm just going to look at some of my notes. This is May 31st, 2026. And there's English and then the French. Um, Often through popular uprisings, souvent par des soulèvements populaires, on peut décrire, one can describe, comme une période où l'ordre politique et social établi, as a period in which the established political and social order est remis en cause de façon profonde, is fundamentally called into question. Une refondation des institutions. And those who are familiar with my work know that I have a penchant for what I like to call magic phrases. And I'm going to continue in this vein with this specific lesson in French. It's a blog post I'm working on. Feel free to check out my blog. The URL is jameslaguerre.com, and today's magic phrase, or really the title of the blog post, is going to be Talking Suits Explain Relativity, Schrödinger's Cat. And so I'm just scrolling down here, and I have links to Perplexity, and I use an AI bot for speaking French in a way I can only dream. In French, draw from history of Europe, describe une époque révolutionnaire. On peut décrire une époque révolutionnaire comme une période où l'ordre politique et social établi est remis en cause de façon profonde, souvent par des soulèvements populaires et une refondation des institutions. And there are other things. This one isn't really quite published yet, but I'm continuing. And again, thanks for joining me today. And it's Sunday, and it's magnificent. It's a magnificent day. So I'll continue.
Une époque révolutionnaire est un moment de l'histoire où les sociétés cessent d'accepter l'ordre ancien et se lancent dans une transformation radicale de leur structure politique, sociale et parfois économique.
Okay, and I swear by Google Translate, but you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Une époque révolutionnaire est un moment de l'histoire où les sociétés cessent d'accepter l'ordre ancien et se lancent dans une transformation radicale de leur structure politique, sociale et parfois économique. In English, a revolutionary era is a moment in history when societies cease to accept the old order and embark upon a radical transformation of their political, social, and sometimes economic structures. And as always, I appreciate your patience and indulgence. And continuing on with talking suits, explain relativity, Schrodinger's cat. And I like collecting and listing the categories on my blog posts. So far, I do have some for this recent one that I'm working on still, the net zero tyranny. I like links to ambient music, uh, Operation Economic Fury, that's in the Strait of Hormuz, French language, Gabriel Garcia, the famous author, or Gabriel Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Iran ceasefire, um, Karma, Ken Paxton, who um, he hasn't been elected yet, but he's won the primaries here in Texas. NVRA of 1993, Ozempic, Reincarnation, Sound Money, Strait of Hormuz, Ukraine, and Uncategorized. And we've been going over the French, Draw from History of Europe, Describe, Une époque révolutionnaire. I have the links. On peut décrire une époque révolutionnaire comme une période où l'ordre politique et social établi est remis en cause de façon profonde, souvent par des soulèvements populaires, est une refondation des institutions. Um, and I have links to various sources. First and foremost, weight loss drugs are a scam. That's kind of the summary. And I have calming forest ambience, birds singing, and beautiful stream sounds for peaceful sleep. Um, so Schrodinger's cat, the observer effect, quantum mechanics, quantum superposition. And superposition refers to, at the quantum level, um, the electrons, it's almost like they're in more than one place at a time. So there's the quantum superposition and the observer effect or measurement problem. The famous thought experiment illustrating this is Schrödinger's cat, proposed by Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935 during discussions with Albert Einstein. Okay, so not everyone gets to speak with Albert Einstein, especially now that he's deceased. The thought experiment. In this hypothetical scenario, a cat is sealed in a box with a radioactive atom, a Geiger counter, and a mechanism that releases poison if the atom decays. According to quantum mechanics, the atom exists in a superposition of both decayed and undecayed states simultaneously until observed. This superposition extends to the entire system, meaning the cat is theoretically both alive and dead at the same time until someone opens the box and observes it. So imagine being a cat who is alive and dead at the same time. It's kind of a contradiction. In the thought experiment, a radioactive atom is in a quantum superposition of quote, decayed, end quote, and quote, not decayed, end quote, until it interacts with something that counts as a measurement. The cat's fate is tied to that atom, so mathematically, the combined atom device cat system can be written as a superposition of decayed and dead cat. So that's the atom device cat system is a superposition of quote decayed and dead cat end quote and quote not decayed and live cat end quote prior to measurement. In quantum mechanics, superposition means a system can be described as being in a combination of several possible states at once, rather than in just one definite state until a measurement is made. The thought experiment, Schrödinger's cat, proposed by Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935. Okay, so I do listen to podcasts from people who describe themselves as preppers, and apparently there's been kind of a crime wave, especially in England, but other places as well. And I think this person was describing a crime, and before the crime was committed, the person shouted something. It was Ali Snack Bar, spelled ALLEYSNACKBAR. So that's two words, Ali Snack Bar. So I uh, looked it up in AI just to see what it would say, and it responded with, "It looks like you might be playfully invoking Ali Snack Bar as a phrase rather than asking about a specific place or product, since there is no notable venue or concept by that exact name that turns up locally or online. Possible meanings. You could be referring to a bowling alley, snack bar generically, since many bowling centers advertise alley snack bars for casual food like burgers, fries, and soft drinks. Or it might be a pun on alley plus snack bar as a quirky name for a backstreet bar, cafe, or food counter, which would fit with Houston's many small bar and snack concepts, but doesn't match any single well known business. Well, I live in Houston, so everyone knows that, including AI. Okay, so lastly, I want to read from a blog post that is published currently, and the magic phrase is war to be AI driven. And this is a very brief poem that is original. I wrote it myself without AI. Cats like mice, and flesh killed fresh. Children thrilled, silly gumdrop slop. Mother's wish, bright noonday bless. Dogs wily bubbles, soapy mop. Doors ajar, bugs, slick raincoat, sugar stream, vase. Where flowers moat, hi-fi, orange, lime. Plays Fred Astaire. Neighbors lean, silver stream. Family lair. Whereby nothing's here mean. All's good and clean. All's Good and Clean by James Laguerre, May 26, 2026. And today is still the 31st. So take care and don't worry. Bye.
War to be AI driven. The AI economy changes everything, and also, déjà vu all over again. The uncanny feeling that a present situation has already been experienced. French for already seen. And now a poem by James Laguerre that goes something like the following. Cats like mice, and flesh killed fresh. Children thrilled, silly gumdrop slop. Mother's wish, bright noonday bless. Dogs wily bubbles, soapy mop. Doors ajar, bugs, slick raincoat. Sugar stream, thus, where flowers moat. Hi-fi, orange lime, plays Fred Astaire. Neighbors lean, silver stream. Family lair, whereby nothing's here mean. All's good and clean. All's Good and Clean by James Laguerre. 5 to 26, 2026. Eagle Mountain, California. Abandoned Eagle Mountain ghost town in the California desert. Wasteland by Wednesday. Eagle Mountain is a remarkably well-preserved modern ghost town located in the California desert in Riverside County, approximately 13 miles north of Desert Center and about 90 minutes from Palm Springs.